pain and all this muscle pain, and you think, oh my gosh, this is just going to be life forever, and it totally sucks. Because there's nothing, I'm thinking, okay, I'll take supplements, and I'll do all these things, and I'll take ibuprofen, and I'll just live with it. And my pastor, who's been a friend of mine for 20 years, says, you need to go see this dude. And I go, for what? Like, he's a chiropractor, and he does all these weird things. In my church, we refer to him as the witch doctor. Because I don't understand how he does the things he does. And I'm just going to tell them my opinion of you when I first came in. So when I first came in there, I was very convinced that he could remove some pain from me. I thought we could do a few cracks, and I'd go, ooh, ah, and that would be the end of it. And I'd feel better for a couple of weeks. But he was like, I want to do more than that. I said, you want to do what? I heard some of the things he was talking about. I said, Kyle, say what? I just didn't understand what he was. And I'll just tell you right now, I was kind of a non-believer in all this brain remapping and all the things he's doing and brain communication. I was like very, very skeptical. Not that I'm generally a skeptical person, but when you've been taught the medical establishment and these are what your limits are based on where you are, when that's what you've been taught for all your life. I'll be 37 at the beginning of the year. I know, I don't look 37, it's okay. So, I trick everybody. Everybody's like, are you in your 20s? No, but thank you. But here's the thing. When I came in, I had a bar that I wanted him to hit. And basically what he did without saying it is, I'm not only going to hit that bar, but I'm going to knock it down because that's not what I want to do. And I was like, okay, do whatever you want to do. And within about 3 visits, I could move my left hand and it's still not where it should be, but I used to keep my left hand really close to my side and close this way. And the first thing I noticed was being able to open my fingers, and I haven't been able to do that in 20 years, literally. And then right as I began to come see him, I mean with sort of a happenstance of things pulling together, I got on a clean food diet, and he would have told me to do it anyway because he will pound that home. But I got on a clean food diet, and when I first walked into Kyle's, I was pushing 190 pounds. And so I'm like, okay, we're gonna try this thing because it was like French fries and everything I could get my hands on that was carbohydrate and gluten and all these things. And there's a lady in my church who was doing this clean diet thing, so I started that with her, and then I went to see Kyle. The company in Texas is called Fresh Prep. Kyle's pretty familiar with our Fresh Prep lady. You guys should really do the clean eating. I'm telling you, clean eating is probably, I don't want to overstep my bounds here with Dr. Kyle, but clean eating is probably 40% of the battle, I would venture to say, because what you put in your body is what you're going to get out. Because as I began to do the clean eating, as I began to watch everything I put in and make sure that it was fuel and not junk. Because what happens if you put, anybody ever been to a gas station where the fuel was tainted and it didn't work right on your car? Anybody ever been there, like, just didn't run it as well, that there was something in it? We've all had those situations before. That's kind of the way your body works, and I learned that's the way my body works. So I began to put the right things in it, and as I began to go see Dr. Daigle and Dr. Brett over there, who's an amazing guy, I love Dr. Brett. As I began to go see them, I began to see changes in my body that I didn't even know were going to be possible. And just as I told you, I'm kind of this 100% guy. I'm either going to do it right or I'm not going to do it at all. That's just how I am. That's how I am with my faith. That's how I am with everything I do. That's how I am when I encourage people. That's how I am with everything I do. So I needed somebody that was going to push me. And I go to this clinic every week now. And he's like, come on, you can do this. Come on, you can do this. And he's always pushing me to go further. My legs are moving now. I'm kind of tired right now because I just visited with him today. But I can now move my legs. in ways I haven't been able to move them in a while. And something interesting, you can't see it from inside the shoe, but my foot is moving independently of my leg, which is something that hasn't happened in a long time. So let me just tell you, because I don't want to take up any more of his time, that I was absolutely super skeptical when I came in. I was hopeful, but I was skeptical. The whole trust but verify thing. I wanted to see what was going to go on. And I have been completely amazed by everything that they've been able to accomplish for me. And obviously I'm not an athlete. I know there's a lot of athletic focus of what he does. But speaking from a place in my heart, I had sort of hung up the idea that I was ever going to get any better. The main thing I was focused on, the very main thing I was focused on in my life, is making sure that I had no pain and being able to maintain. I just didn't want to get any worse. And when you start settling for worse and not trying for better, you got a problem.